Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In the last episode of Queensland, we constructed the ore mining industry. We built this industry on the top of the mountain. This kind of mining is called the mountain top removal mining and it is more common in the USA. We built this industry in three different layers. On the top layer, we have different mine ores and underground mines. We also have a lot of storage and main ore industry building on this layer. On the middle layer, we have glass manufacturing unit and fiberglass plant along with few more ore mines. On the bottom layer, we have rotary kiln plant and maintenance building along with some zone industries. Also, I have placed a lot of rocks on the cliff to give the mining area effect. Overall, the area is looking very decent. I hope you enjoyed that last episode. If you do, then let me know in the comments. Also, did you know about this mountaintop removal mining before this video? Let me know in the comments. Before starting with today's episode, we will change all these bus routes to the large industry route. One of my subscriber Maverick pointed out this, so I will quickly update this before moving on to today's episode. The bridges on this large industrial road looks really nice. Also, let's put this rock back on its own place. And that is it. You can see these arcs are looking really beautiful on this road. Now let's focus on today's episode. We'll be building in this empty land and the build is mostly inspired by European suburban area. Today we will be playing with a lot of grids and some districts and zonings. I will show you how to spawn buildings with different shapes and sizes and bring the variety in your area. It will be mainly 8x8 grid and we will be building one grand boulevards in the center. I think those will be enough lanes. So before moving ahead, let's flatten the land because it is important to have flat land to build this 8x8 grids. So we will have this grid section. After that we will place some parks to separate the grids from each other. I have to build a lot of roads, so I will quickly do the time lapse. On this side, we will place a city hall and in the center boulevard, we will place Brandenburg Gate. And we will add some more grids in this area. Now at the end of this boulevard, we will place a theater and in the center, we will put a statue of wealth. In front of Brandenburg Gate, we will add a friendly neighborhood park and just in front of that, we will also add a tax office. We'll leave some space and then we will add a park. Also, let's change the entrance of this park on this side. In this area, I'm planning to add commercial buildings and some industrial buildings as well. So at this end of this boulevard, let's place department store. Now we have some unique buildings throughout this area that will help bring a lot of new tourists in this town. And let's add some roundabout and more routes. Here we will add a bus-train-tram hub. This will be the main transport hub for this area. Now let's put a small pedestrian area service point. And we will put this entire center routes as a pedestrian path. We'll be using tram and pedestrian roads. And we will also add some more pedestrian roads around this area. Now let's build a track around this theater. I don't want tram stop to be in the front of the entrance. Now let's add a district to this. We will make this entire district as European Suburbia. Then we will make this 8 by 8 grids in the center, and we will add a new district in the center for some specific grids only, and we will make this as modern city center. The modern city center buildings are mainly square and it spawns in 8 by 8 grid. It has few different types in commercial and office buildings. It doesn't have residential buildings. Also, let's remove few grades. We will use them to build the low residential areas. Now this main center squares I will be making as commercial, and the other few grades I will make it as office buildings. And for the rest of the area, what we will do is we will use the low residential buildings and we will create 1 by 4 grid throughout the city. I will quickly skip this part. And so as you can see, I have covered the entire area with 1 by 4 grids. When these buildings will spawn and will reach the level 3, it will look the similar, and it will give a nice aesthetic to this area. I have also added some Brooklyn's and Queens high residential buildings. So between these roads, we have some space where we will place park assets, and it is useful because it will bring a lot of pedestrians and crowd in this area, which will help us level up the low residential buildings. And I will be changing it all to variation 1, so I will just skip this part. Here next to department store, I will place a tram depot that will connect to the pedestrian tram road. In this area, we will place other industrial and some service buildings. So before placing this, let's clear this forest. We will also level this ground because some of the buildings are quite huge, so it's better to have the flat land as much as possible. Okay, so on this side, I am planning to put a disaster response unit. I'm not sure which direction will look good, but I don't want buildings facing on the same side like departmental store and this disaster response unit. So let's face it on the other side, parallel to the highway. And maybe in the future we can try to connect or give a road from highway to this area directly. Now next to it, we will add a post sorting facility. This is a very commercial looking service building. I really like how it looks. So let's face it on the other side so that we don't have traffic. And we will try to centralize the road. And let's also put this post sorting facility building in the center. Next to it, I'm planning for a printing press because we have forestry industry just next to this area, so we can get paper from there. And it also requires plastic. Currently we don't have the supply of it, but in the future episodes I'm planning to build oil industry, and once we build this industry we can get plastic and restart this printing press. We'll also add this 2x4 parking next to post sorting facility, and then we will also add the mid-century parking lots. So finally I will place the tram depot here, and let's add some walking pathways around all these buildings because it's really important to have a lot of pathways for people to walk. Then we will add a multi-story parking lot. This will serve all this area along with the department store. And let's centralize it nicely so that people can come out of the lot and directly enter into pathway. Now let's put a medium warehouse. So this overall area is giving a nice industrial service area look because of all these buildings. And I have seen that Europe has this kind of areas where you have suburban and next to it you have a lot of uh, service buildings like shades and warehouses, storage places. And then here we will put a elementary school, and next to it we will add a historical fire station and also put a park. And let's change the place for this service point. In the center we will add a American football field, and we will also add a waste transfer facility to this area. Now let's add a commercial area to this section. I have made this entire area as organic and local produce. Also, let's add some more high residential zone because we have population demand, and also for future episodes we need to unlock more tiles, and for that we will require to increase our current population. Now let's connect this highway to this area. This will be a temporary interchange. Once we unlock the next tiles, we will properly build an interchange to enter this area. But for now, we will just place one roundabout and connect the roads to it. Now let's resume the game and wait for buildings to spawn in. If you have liked the episode till now, then please consider to subscribe. Also let me know which city this build resembles the most. Is it a European or an American? Now let's get back to building. We will upgrade all these roads. I will make some roads as one way so that it will avoid the traffic congestion. So let's do a quick time lapse for that. And we will update some last bicycle roads here. I want people to walk or bicycle around the city and not use cars. And some areas are left to fill, so I will add zoning for those areas as well. Now for this train station, I will build the rail underground. Now I will connect these tram tracks to the roads and update the roads with tram tracks. Now we will quickly do the detailing. So I will do the time lapse and add several parks and decorations around the city. Now that is it for detailing. Now let's do a quick review of today's build. So we have this central avenue where we have placed a lot of unique buildings and parks and plazas, as you can see. And since we have several parks, a lot of people are hanging around in this area. We also have trams on both the sides of this avenue. And here is a statue of wealth. He's looking really beautiful in between those modern city center buildings. Here are some more people enjoying the park. This theater is looking awesome from this plaza, and it's actually giving European vibe. What do you think? I'm happy to see so many people roaming around in this area. And then we have this suburban houses. So this 1x4 zoning idea is really useful. This creates small houses. Then we have this entrance to this area, and then city hall. There are some really beautiful buildings in Vanilla. So I'm planning to use most of the buildings in this build as we progress. So for this suburban area, I have also added a American football field. And off camera, I have reorganized this area. I have added a lot of restaurants and cafes, and some park and plaza cafes as well. You can see it has a lot of people, and also this hub is getting used quite extensively. You can see many people are waiting for trams, and also we have several people waiting on the train platform. You can also see that a lot of people are using the bus as well. Oh, you can see so many people coming out of this station. So let's follow them quickly. I'm happy to see a lot of people are using cycle. We also have this metro station, and I'm glad to see a lot of people are using it as well. If you see this pedestrian path, you can see a lot of people are actually walking on it, and that also reduces the traffic on the road. Here you can see so many people are using this pedestrian paths. It looks so realistic and beautiful. Do you agree with me? If yes, then give me a thumbs up. And then on this side we have this tram depot. We also use this ROJ railway branch office, and we have placed like 4 buildings next to each other to create a bigger building illusion. Then we have a recycling center, waste transfer facility, printing press. Then we have post sorting facility, along with several warehouses, and we have this disaster response unit. I have also placed a park just next to it. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you do, then please press that like button. Also subscribe to my channel. This will motivate me to make even better videos. And now let's enjoy the next cinematics video.